They out there like Oprah Winfrey. You get a free turkey. You get a free turkey, dude.
Dude, if you notice, those fucking turkeys don't even have an expiration date.
Nah, they're expired.
You know that, right?
They were fucking with those turkeys.
Well, of course they are. And honestly, I wouldn't doubt that the ones that they're giving out right now are the ones that were left over from that shit.
Of course.
Another thing about it, so you better believe I'm gonna go get myself another fucking turkey. Probably like fucking. When's Turkey Day?
Turkey Day next week, next Thursday.
Is it next Thursday though?
Yeah,
You sure?
it's next Thursday. And there's still a lot of people.
So next Thursday is when we have the day off?
Yeah, not this. Yeah, so not tomorrow, but next Thursday. You had to come in the day before, and then you get Thursday off, and then you have to come in the day after to get paid for that day, which is kind of,
Just remind me about that shit, because I might forget.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of.
I forget.
I was gonna tell
the day before the day.
I was gonna actually tell Frank to get one, bro. I was gonna tell Frank, like, hey, if you didn't get a turkey, bro, just go up in there and just sign your name off. They don't care. It's like, well, they have enough turkeys to give out, dude. There's like 100 names under
I'm
there.
just go in there and sign your name. Are you gonna take your turkey?
I got it already. That's why I took. That's why it took forever, bro. I'm telling you, I walked out the back, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, dude. I gotta stop fucking with this.
Hey, we're live, bro.
Really? Oh. All right, never mind. All right, well. No, I didn't want to get in trouble, but welcome to the show.
I'll let all that out. What up?
Welcome to the show. You know, where we shake it down. Well, we're here to, just do all that good stuff.
I don't know about you, but I'm fucking hot up in here, dog. It's fucking hot right now.
I don't know. Maybe you gotta crack a window. I got
What do you think?
Yeah, you want me to crack that window?
If that's what you want to do, brother.
I mean, I'm cool, but I don't
All
know.
right, well, no, you're good then. No, don't worry yourself.
Oh shit.
I'll let you know if I rip ass.
If you what?
If I rip ass.
I don't know. Here, let me.
But yeah, man. I was gonna try and get us on the video today, but it looks like we're just gonna have to bear through. Just push it up as best you can all the way up, and maybe it'll go up, stay up. Yeah, that's good enough right there.
I don't know. This shit don't stay.
Yeah, you have to kind of like keep pushing it up and keep pushing it up, and eventually you'll catch. Yeah, you got it. You got her.
Yeah, nah.
More or less.
Well, like I like to say, welcome to the show with your two favorite hosts in the world.
What up?
We appreciate you guys for tuning in and taking the time to listen to a couple of motherfuckers that don't know about nothing, but we're going to tell you something, right?
Yeah, exactly right.
This music industry, bro. Are there artists worth more dead?
I mean, it all depends, really.
And this is just my theory, right? Most artists are popping when they're around. And my theory is this: I know this RIP to some of the music, some of the artists, right? But some artists' music, they seem like to be more everywhere, more downloads and stuff like that once they pass away. Tragically.
Well, I don't know, because when you think about it, when a painter dies, it's fucking. Dude, it's fucking hot. When a painter dies, dude, that's when they fucking blow up.
Really?
A painter, like Renaissance painter and all those guys, they didn't really, they made money painting, but they would have made, if they would have faked their deaths and then, kind of stuck around to see how their art was going to blow up after that, they would have made millions. They would have seen that they made millions. Because look at how much their art is worth now. Look at how much a Michelangelo piece goes for and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a good experiment for an artist to fake his death to see if he's worth more now or after his death. Well, obviously, like you just said.
I think the only one that's been able to really pull that off, because I don't even think Notorious B.I.G. was able to do that, was Tupac. Look at how many albums he's got out now since his death. He's got more albums now in his death than he did when he was alive.
I be thinking too. Some of these people are like the music industry. They'll hold back a couple of songs, and then they'll release them after their death. Because you'll have some artists that will pass away, and then like a month later or like 2 months later, they drop a little 3 album or like a little special music that hasn't been released or that he hasn't released yet, and it kind of like it goes up, But
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what Tupac did, didn't he? He came out with more new songs in his death than he did before he died. At least that's what it seems like.
Yeah, it does seem that way, and it's crazy because people still give Tupac his credit and B.I.G. and music and stuff like that.
Right.
You still hear about him in the songs and how people, shout out Tupac and all that good stuff, man. It's just crazy because like the whole how is it that a certified, and this is just from what I heard, right? Supposedly a certified doctor not killed, but injected the wrong medicine into Michael Jackson, I think, or something like that.
From my understanding, basically what happened is Michael Jackson went the way of Belushi, basically. I mean, and not under medical professional circumstances. He was just partying with the wrong female that kept injecting him with speedballs. I mean, Belushi. Jackson, on the other hand, did have a trained, supposedly. No, actually, well, he was a trained doctor, but I don't think he was whatever his medical degree or license was. He was stripped from his medical. From my understanding, I think he wasn't really allowed to be practicing. He was one of those. What do you call those?
Like a street pharmacist?
When
you call like a house call?
No. When the doctor malpractice.
Oh, okay.
Malpractice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? How doctors came to be is like they just, I guess, I don't know if they took willingly patients or they were just like people that had just passed away and they just started like operating on them and like.
Well, I mean, when you're hurting, I've experienced this before. When I've got a fucking pain that I can't get rid of somehow, I'm willing to go to anybody that says, "Hey, bro, I think I know how to take care of that." All right, bro, do what you got to do.
God damn. You go over there, and next thing you know, your left eye starts twitching, and you just went in for a little pain. Your pinky was playing.
We're both Hispanic here. We I'm sure we both have dealt with curanderos at one point or another, dog.
Yeah, those are something else.
All right, well then there you go. It's the same
it worked
thing.
Though. It worked.
It's the same thing, right?
It worked. I'll tell you that. I said, God damn. My pinky, and then she fixed that motherfucker quick. They say, yeah, we can't take you to no regular hospital.
We're gonna have to chop it off,
nah,
and then reattach it.
Ain't no money to take your ass to the regular hospital.
We have to chop it off and reattach it.
But this is my thing too. I was talking about is because supposedly I think he was gonna buy out Sony or something, or he was in the works of doing something, and it seemed like to me like the industry wanted to control him.
Well, first of all, if you go in that route, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's. You have to think. I'm not exactly sure. I know that Paul McCartney was the richest musician at one point in the early 2000s.
Paul McCartney,
one of the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
So, and for people that don't know, McCartney. Michael Jackson owned the rights to all the Beatles songs.
Really?
Before he died. He had been owning them for like the last 25, 30 years.
How do you do that?
He bought the rights because after so many years, then they changed the laws. I think after 15 years or something like that, statute of limitations go up on whatever.
How much you could buy?
So you wrote a song. A record company, is going to put it out, so they own it for so long because they're the ones putting it out.
Oh, okay.
So after so long, or say the band breaks up because that might be in the clause, then like, all right, well, if we break up, then I want it on contract, under contract, that when we break up, the songs that I wrote are going to be my songs, not the band songs, not the record labels. It's not their song. It's my song. So if we break up, you guys can do whatever you want as long as we're a band with the song. But if we break up, I want my music back, and you guys can't do shit without it unless I approve it. Because that's how it is. That's what copyright laws are. Is you're not allowed to use somebody's song that they wrote to make any sort of monetary gains off of it.
Like for commercials or anything like that, or like
you're
jingles?
Not allowed to unless you ask them for permission, which a lot of times they'll ask for like $10, $15. Depending on how popular the song is, they'll ask for crazy amounts of money. Okay. That's where I'm stuck at right now. Like with my music, my Christmas thing is that like I want to there's certain songs I want to record, but I can't because they're protected under copyright law for that artist or for whatever record company, whatever music group that was happening at that time that owns the rights. So I have to look in and go into like royalty free stuff. Like I think Jingle Bells is royalty free. I can do that song. Jingle Bells, Holy Night, all the Christmas hymns, all the religious Christmas based hymns. They've been in public domain for fucking centuries now. So, like most all hymns that you've sang out of a hymn book in church, those are all public domain. Basically, most of them, unless it's something that you heard like that was recorded. That because now I notice nowadays in churches most people will bring new age Christian songs into the temple to sing.
Yeah,
those are. You can't really use those because they're owned by certain artists. It's an artist's own work, as opposed to hymns that were written by conductors or musicians, world-renowned musicians that were commissioned by kings and queens or the Pope to write a hymn and all this other stuff. That stuff we've been singing in the churches for thousands and thousands of years now.
They copyright that. They say you can't sing this now.
No, that's public domain. That's
right. Yeah,
that's royalty free. You can record that, perform it however many times you want because there wasn't copyright laws in hundreds of years ago. So it's like
they're gonna come back and like,
right. No family is like, hey, my fucking great granddad wrote that shit. That's I want, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be ridiculous.
You can't do that. Yeah,
that'd be like, dude, get your ass out of here with that.
Pretty much, and you know. I'm almost willing to say that a lot of these people, like high Renaissance fucking artists and stuff like that, probably their families were taken care of for so long after their death. You know what I'm saying? Like probably a couple of decades or so, depending on how good they had it in with whoever was reigning at the time. You know, whatever king had the throne.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would think so.
Right.
You know, I would. You know, family could be tricky.
Right. So yeah, I mean that question is kind of loaded because I understand what you're saying. It's like I get it. Prince died. A lot of people say that he died under really weird circumstances.
Come on now, but
yeah,
he was.
But see that's the thing. That's the catch-22. Is that you have friends and family that are saying no, he never did a drug in his life. He was all musician, this and that. But those are your people those are his people. His family is his people that he had connections with and all that stuff. They're not going to talk about it. They know him. Of course, they're not going to talk about that.
Right. No, I would hope not.
But they also say too that he was a very private person. You know that he did things a certain way, and he liked to do things. They say he could. Well, the people that partied with him said that he was a party animal. He can party down.
Right. I
mean, I've never met a person that parties down that doesn't do drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Even if it's just a little.
I've never met anybody that goes out to dance just to dance. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like.
I mean, there's probably some people out there, right?
No,
but for the most part.
I'm sure.
For the most part.
I'm sure, but for the most part. Most people that I know that want to go out to dance need
a little something
to help them let loose.
Rather it be a drink, rather it be something,
right,
you know what I mean?
Exactly, right.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Some people might just be a little bit more into other stuff.
And don't get me wrong, there's professional dancers out there that I'm sure like, oh yeah, I like to dance anyways, let's go dance. But, you know, for the most part, no. I mean, you know.
No, yeah, I feel you. You get a few.
Come on, bro. I've never heard anybody say, dude, I just want to go dance, bro.
I just want to go break a move real quick.
Yeah.
Unless you're a break dancer.
Cut up a rug and shit.
Yeah, I mean, unless you were a break. But even then,
but
back
even
in the
guys, come on.
Even those guys, you know.
Those guys, come
on. I got the reefer.
That's straight from the streets right there, bro.
Yeah, no, straight up. You're not lying. It's crazy, man, because when you think about starting a band and then like, okay, who owns that song? But then it's like, dude, the whole band put it together. Whose song is it really? You know, like the Beatles. Okay, I think who was the main guy supposedly? I forgot his name.
There was no main
exactly,
guy,
but that's the thing. I feel like when things start to break apart, it's like people start to be like, oh no, I made this song. Oh no, I should have the rights to this. You know what I mean? But it's like, can you really do that when you come from a band, you know, and the band breaks apart? Can someone really come and be like, nah, this song's mine, even though the whole band made it?
Well, I'm gonna just say, dude, First of all, if you don't have any sort of clout, any sort of recognition, then nobody in the band, nobody's really gonna give a fuck about who wrote what song, when, what time. But once you start making money, then yes, that's when egos start like, oh well,
Remember back then when
we're getting paid. The band is getting paid $100,000. There's four of us, so it's gonna split four ways. But I wrote like 5 songs in the album. Already somebody's gonna be, but I wrote 5 songs in the album, and and 2 of those are hits. 2 of those are the ones that got us recognition. That's when you start getting.
See, that's where it
into all that
gets.
shit.
Yeah, dude,
Exactly.
that's where it gets tricky, bro. That's why. Go ahead, but
No. I guess I just wanted to say. So basically, I don't want to say that there was a main guy in the Beatles. If you want to say there was a leader in the Beatles, it was going to be their manager, Brian Epstein, right?
Mm-hmm.
But nowadays, and because of all that, they're the ones that kind of, and even before all that, pretty much the precedent is that whoever writes the songs is most likely they own the songs, unless, and it all depends on how the contracts are drawn up. If your manager also runs the record label and is the one helping putting you out and putting up all the money, he's gonna be like, well, I'm the one putting up everything to get you guys out. So I'm gonna need to get at least 60%, 70% of everything else, or whatever you guys make, and then you guys get the rest, because that's just fair.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
because the managers are the ones that pretty much book the shows and like.
The manager's the one that books the show. If they believe in you, they even invest money in you.
So I could see why he would take a decent amount.
Exactly. If they're putting money in, and you obviously have to give up money. That's why nowadays it's so hard in this industry, and that's why you have big name artists that had hits out like 3 years ago that you don't hear right now, because what happens is that they put it out, they start gaining money, and then they start seeing that they're not getting paid what they thought they should be getting paid. Then they start looking into it. Then they find out that the person above them, because the way it works is that you got like the major record label, then they sign an artist. You got like a corporation that owns a record label. So you got the corporation, then you got the record label. Then the record label, they pump out superstars, and then once they are big enough, then they'll like sign them on to the label. They'll let them go out, branch out, and start their own label under the major record labels.
Oh, okay.
Guidance. Do you understand?
Okay.
So it's like a pyramid scheme.
Okay,
You understand what I'm saying? And so now what happens is that you got the corporation that owns the record label that owns the major artist, and then that artist is like, all right, I'm tired of making money for you guys. I'm ready to branch out. I'm like, all right, we'll go fucking start a studio. We'll back you up. All right, cool. He starts a studio, but he's still having to owe those guys money. The guys above him money. So, okay, well, I mean,
Those are the contracts, huh?
I got to make more money in order to pay you guys. All right, well, start signing artists. And that's how that goes. And that's how that goes.
So that's why some of these artists start to co-sign other artists, and that's why
artists start beefing, dude.
That's crazy.
That's why artists start beefing. Look at Kendrick Lamar and Drake. It was the same thing. Kendrick Lamar and Drake were putting out music together for a while. I don't even know if Kendrick was a part of OVO.
No, he was definitely not. But they were definitely.
But they were putting out a lot of shit together.
They definitely put a few songs together.
Right.
I just think most of the time that's forced by the industry. I don't think they actually.
No, it's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, but I don't think they actually came together and say, "Hey, bro, I think you're pretty cool. Let's make a song." Or maybe at one point they thought they were, you're cool.
At one point, yeah, obviously. But then, it's like I said, dude, that's where the ego takes over the head, bro.
Yeah, that's definitely. That's how some of these. You know, what's crazy to me? I mean, I'm not saying because I could say this right now, and if I ever had a couple million in my hand, who knows what I would do with it, right? But I couldn't. Right now I'm saying this, right? Because I never had $1 million in my hand. So I can't see how people who have millions of dollars, dude, just go broke,
Well,
just like, dude, like I understand. Like you hear some of these people, like, for instance, I heard Mariah Carey, dude, she likes to spend like I forgot how much, but on roses or something. It was like almost like $1 million, dude.
Yeah,
and they had to,
that's why big artists end up going broke. It's for that shit right there.
That's ridiculous, dude. You know what I mean?
She could afford that back when she was married to the CEO of Sony back in those days, but come on. I mean, she ain't really making money like that no more. I mean,
Probably just off the Christmas song because doesn't she get her royalties off
I
that?
get that, but still, she wasn't making nowhere near enough money as much money as her ex-husband
Nick Cannon?
Mottola was. Yeah, before Nick Cannon, she was married to the CEO of Sony, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
and guess who stole her man?
Who?
Talia.
Who's Talia?
Talia?
Yeah.
Marimar?
Marimar.
Maria la del barrio?
Maria del Barrio? Jenny, not Jenny. Oh, I was going to say Jenny.
She's a soap opera star, and also, si no recuerdo no pasó. That song? You know that song? Si no recuerdo
you know what?
no
Let me
pasó?
see. What's her name again?
Talia. T-H-A-L or T-A-L-I-A or
Talia. Talia Shear?
No, just Talia. Or it could be T-H-A-L-I-A.
This is the Hebrew.
Tahalia?
Singer. She's a singer. This girl?
Yeah.
Her?
Yeah, Marimar.
That's her?
It's Marimar, bro.
That's who stole Mariah Carey's
Yeah, bro.
I mean, she's a little hottie.
Oh, I mean, she was just barely blown up and Mariah Carey was already like in her like late 30s and stuff, and all that shit happened.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Cause even the whole like when you pass away, who gets the money, right? Like you're a big artist. God forbid something happens during you blowing up, and I mean, cause dude.
That's where there's contracts in place, honestly. And that's where that shit gets kind of iffy. That's
contracts, bro.
That's the whole thing about contracts in the industry, dude. Is like you have to believe in yourself to try and push to make as much money as you can. Because once that contract is signed, that's
your
it.
life,
That's
bro.
it, dude. That's it. After that, it's like you might even blow up even more than you think you've blown up. But because you signed that, look at Scotty Pippen. Look at the whole Scotty Pippen deal, bro.
What happened with him?
You know what happened with Scotty Pippen?
Didn't his wife take like half his money or something?
No, it wasn't that. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know. You know, everybody has their problems, bro. I wouldn't doubt it. That sounds about right. You know,
it seems like half the no, but okay, you know.
No, I'm sorry. But,
No, you're good. What were you gonna say?
So, yeah, you don't know about Scotty Pippen and him not being paid what he was supposed to be getting paid? Dude, he was one of the lowest paid athletes in the time in the whole both three-peats that the Bulls went through. He was like, dude, you had to go down in like in the 300 spots of highest paid athletes,
and he wasn't even in there.
That's where he was at.
He was at
in the top 200.
That's crazy.
The lower top 200s.
And this was around the time
highest paid athletes.
And this was around the time when they were winning championships, right? When they won
the whole run, dude. The whole time he was with the Bulls.
How, bro?
Because he signed a shitty ass contract. But at the end of when he first got started, because he didn't have representation. He was just a podunk kid from, I think, Indiana or some bullshit like the Detroit or some shit like that with like fucking 20 brothers and two, I think one special needs brother that was in a wheelchair.
And that contract kind of seemed like a way out.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
But that's why I heard
he tried renegotiating, and the general manager, the White thing Krause was hated so much.
Who?
Jerry Krause, the general manager of the Bulls back in those days. Brother, I recommend, if you have Netflix, watch The Last Dance, dude.
I gotta watch that.
Watch The Last Dance, bro. It's a good show. Dude, I binge watched that whole thing, all 4 episodes or 5 episodes, dude. It's a crazy ass documentary, dude. And believe me, at the end of it,
you know what's crazy?
You won't look at Scottie Pippen the same way after that, bro. It's like, damn, bro, you got fucked over hard, dog. Holy shit, dude.
But I feel like,
holy shit, it's not even. It's like, damn, dude.
That's
it's
crazy.
Like, it makes you want to pull out your wallet and donate to the Scottie Pippen Foundation. You're like, damn.
Donate to the Scottie Pippen. No, hey, bro. But you know what's crazy? You like, as kids or even as people on the seat or in the bench or just people in general watching, you think some of these guys like, damn, he's Scottie Pippen, bro. He's got to be making money.
Scottie Pippen be pimping, bro.
Exactly, dude. Like I Scottie Pippen to me was probably like, besides Michael Jordan and that other guy that had the crazy hair, I forgot.
Rodman?
Yeah, dude. They were like up there, no? I think Scottie Pippen was at least. From the Bulls?
Rodman came the last 2 seasons or whatever of the championship or of their second run or the somewhere. He only helped them win 2 championships, I think.
Right off the bat, who do you think is better, Scottie Pippen or Rodman? Or
Scottie Pippen.
Right? When it comes to basketball?
They're even saying, dude, that Scottie Pippen might even be better even be better than Michael Jordan. It's just,
I think
it's just Michael Jordan was more paid and better represented, dude. That's all they're saying. But if you look at the numbers, Scottie Pippen was putting up numbers every single
That's what
night.
I'm saying.
Triple doubles almost every single night, dude.
And that was a big deal back in the day, dude. It's a big deal. And that on top of that, dude, like the thing I think what happened with Scottie Pippen is the whole thing. He started seeing the money in the contract, and he's like, that probably fucked with him mentally.
I think even Michael Jordan would even admit, I think he did say in the documentary, honestly, dude, the best player that I've ever known in my whole life, even better than me, is probably Scottie Pippen.
I gotta watch that. And if he did say that, dude, if he says that, dude, that says a lot. For someone like him to say that.
Believe me, though, just be prepared, dude, because you kind of walk out of there like looking at Michael Jordan in a different light too, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, come on,
I mean, if you've never heard Michael Jordan cuss before, this will be the first time you hear him cuss. Whoa, dude, this motherfucker's got a sailor's mouth on him. Yeah, he cusses quite a bit, dude, and he's smoking and drinking. And honestly, I think he's got he might have diabetes or something because his eyes are always like better than mine right now, dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now, bro. That or he puffs, he chiefs.
Well, you know what they say, you never want to meet your heroes.
Yeah, I mean,
and nobody's perfect.
Chameleonaire learned that the hard way, right?
Yeah,
supposedly.
Yeah. And nobody's perfect, bro. Especially everybody, you get a few drinks and you start opening up about stuff that, and this and that. And I'm pretty sure back in those days, they were partying. They were wilding. And, dude, Chicago's a big city, bro. And then if you have fans the way we have fans, bro, and you're anybody big like Michael Jordan or like them, you're getting love, dude. You're getting love, the groupies.
Another thing, dude, it's like if you knew the whole story with Michael Jordan when he was playing in this town and all that stuff, like he's a gambling addict.
I'm pretty sure
that's another thing you're gonna learn. It's like, dude, this dude just he just all about it, just fucking dude. Like anytime, like you just sit in there and he'd be like, yeah, he likes to. I forget what the name of that game I was telling you about with the quarters.
The quarters.
He'd just be standing there and
slot machines.
No. It's just he's standing there just waiting around her sometimes because sometimes you're sitting there waiting because he's a big ass athlete back in those days and he's sitting there and he would get to know like the security guards or whatever. And he's just sitting out there chilling. He's like, you want to play quarters? Like, yeah, got $1 on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like the line, right? You got to hit the line or something.
There's
wall,
like just you throw your quarter to see how close you get it to the wall without hitting the wall. If you hit the wall, you're disqualified. Whoever's closer to the wall wins. Those are like street games. Those are like little kind of like throwing dice. Yeah, kind of like throwing dice. But
yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit, but like that
it's a gamble. It's a gamble.
Was a quick game, dude. Yeah, you don't need dice. It's like you got a quarter.
You got a quarter.
To pay for quarters, dude. Take a quarter. For anything, dude, $1, a quarter. He just wanted to gamble, dude. He just wanted to gamble every time.
I think,
dude, and then you hear some crazy ass poker stories and all sorts of crazy stuff. So that makes you wonder a lot. And people speculated even when it happened that he rest in peace, his father. Because I have a lot of respect for Michael Jordan. I understand, I've heard the stories, all that other stuff. You don't want to meet your idols and all that other stuff. But it is what it is. He's a great man. He sacrificed a lot of himself for this team. He brought up a lot of people with him too. So whatever, I honestly believe when you're a phenom like that, you get, you have the right to have your little tweaks or whatever,
Yeah. I mean, we all got our little tweaks ourselves,
Right.
But no, especially coming from like, dude, you're a kid and you think you're never gonna make it out of poverty, and right. and they're willing to pay you for something right. you love to do.
Right.
Come on, dude, who wouldn't jump the gun?
Right.
And then on top of that, I know these industry people, they see that they're like, oh, this kid comes from nothing. He's gonna look at this contract and sign it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's probably what happened with Scotty Pippen. Is that they saw
exactly what happened with Scotty Pippen.
And you're young, you don't really think about it. You think they're kind of looking out for your best interest. Come to find out,
but it was a shitty deal because everybody knew about it.
That's fucked up.
And this is where it gets iffy because the organization blamed Jerry Krause, but really Even the owner blamed Jerry Krause, and it's like, come on, dude, you're the owner. What the
You
fuck?
you knew.
You're the
Yeah.
owner, guy.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what's going on.
Yeah,
dude.
you know
come
what's
on, bro.
There's no way you're the owner and you don't know what's going on.
It was Jerry Krause. He's the one that was adamant. Like, what are you talking about? This guy was producing for you, and you knew. Yeah, them's the breaks. He said, "What are you talking about? Those are the breaks, dude."
I think they're
It's literally how he put it was like, dude, that's
okay, maybe to an
how it goes.
extent.
Like, no, dude, that's not how it goes, dude. You're making millions off of this guy. You've won championships. You could be like, oh, you can't just be like, oh, Michael Jordan, and then Michael Jordan's over here even having his back saying, dude, pay the motherfucker, pay the man, pay the man.
He made you millions, dude, if not more
Right.
than millions. Come on, man. Some people are just super.
But
greedy.
everybody blames it on Jerry Krause.
That's just. I think to my opinion, I think they're just using him as a scapegoat.
Watch the show, dude.
I gotta watch
You gotta have your own opinions about it.
You're right,
you know?
definitely. No, but just for I feel like every group has their scapegoat, right? When shit hits the fan anywhere, certain people get blamed for things they have. Yeah, they might have known to an extent. They might have been in it, but it's like you said, dude. The owner is the owner, bro. He knew maybe before, dude. And I haven't watched the documentary, but I'm gonna watch it now.
I mean, I don't know how old you were when they were on their run, but I was there for the whole thing. I lived here for the first run, or the first.
When was that? Like
half of that run.
1997? No.
Like early 90s, dude. Like early
Yeah.
80s, 90s and stuff. Yeah, I lived here for that.
I heard Chicago went crazy when they won
Yeah,
the
I went
champion.
crazy for sure.
Couldn't even go outside
But
without.
believe me, it was even as a little kid, I didn't really know shit about basketball, but I knew about that. You know what I mean? That's how much of an impact they had in the city.
Oh, dude.
We know nothing about no basketball. Probably never even held a basketball.
But just
even
knowing-
at those times, but just knowing, seeing him and all that other stuff, you knew what basketball was.
Right,
and
it's a
who
big
he was.
deal. Yeah,
Right.
Sports is a big deal in major cities. I mean,
Right.
even in little spots, but just in general, you know.
Right.
I mean, dude, some of these college football stadiums sell out crazy.
But to have lived through that and then watch this documentary, I'm telling you, it's just like, oh, man,
You got to see behind the scenes.
My kids were staying with me at the time because I think I had my own. I was living with my sister in our own apartment, and my kids were visiting, and yeah, fucking.
They won.
Dude, I was sitting there just hooting and hollering, just having a good. I felt like a little kid again, dude. It just like you just watch because it's all slow mo, play by play, and you getting the commentary from most all the players that had the most crucial parts and the more crucial plays. It's a good show, dude. It's a great show.
That's crazy.
I mean, I don't know if it's on Netflix. Or is it?
I think I've seen it. Like sometimes they'll pop up like other stuff that's
Right.
you know, like got good ratings.
Dude, you have a couple of shows I've been recommending you to, bro. You got to watch that. I guarantee you, bro. Go home, watch Scavenger. Throw on the first episode of Scavenger's Reign, bro, and I guarantee you, you're gonna be hooked, dude.
Scavenger Reign. Is that the one about the moon or something?
That's that sci-fi cartoon show I keep telling you
Scavenger
about.
Reign. I gotta check
Scavenger's
that
Reign.
one out. No, I definitely gotta check out a few. It's just, dude, the thing about these damn shows like Netflix and stuff, dude. There's so much stuff to watch. I spend more time scrolling for something to watch than actually watching something.
Well, I'm just saying, you just throw it on your to watch list, and I'm sure it'll pop it up in your my list fucking little column.
Yeah.
And once you see it, just throw it on, dude. All it takes, dude, is like the first. Dude. Like I said, even I skipped over the thumbnail when it first came out on HBO. I was like, dude, this show looks too flowery. It looks too LGBTQ for my taste. Just from the look of the thumbnail, because it's got a chick with like really short hair.
Oh, I think I know. Yeah, she got like a bald head on the side.
Yeah, it's all just really low cut.
Yeah, I think I
And
know.
it's just like flowery, all colorful stuff.
But
And
when
it's
you
like,
watch
dude,
it-
this looks like some girly crap. And then I threw it on, dude. I threw it on like a year ago or something. Like I was like, my mind was blown, dude. This show is amazing. The graphics are great, and even now that I got this new TV, watching it again, it's like watching it for the first time. It's insane, dude. It's a good show. The graphics are great. Not that the graphics,
The animation or
just the art is great on it, dude. The storyline, just the whole aesthetics of the show is awesome.
I feel like that's what happens when the artists get paid well, because
The music is even great. Like I after watching the first episode, because the theme song will catch you. It's a cool little simple little ditty with a piano thing. it catches you, then the show starts, and it's just like it throws you for a loop, bro.
That's crazy.
And
Scavenger's Reign.
Scavenger's Reign. I'll send you the link again,
definitely
bro.
that one. The Last Dance. I gotta check out a couple of those.
The Last Dance, and
that's crazy. Netflix.
I don't know if you want to check out Beastar, but
that's the new one that just came out, right?
Just that anime with where everybody's like an animal or something like.
Isn't that new one that just came out? He's like a blue. He looks like Spider-Man almost.
I don't know. It's just it's an anime, and it's like obviously China, Japan, I forget wherever, but it's like Ivy League boarding school, and every student is like there's different. It's all animals, but they're people. Kind of like
half horse human.
BoJack Horseman. Kind of like that, but it's anime.
Okay.
So the art is awesome and stuff like that, but it's a little weird, bro.
That's funny, dude.
Weird,
well, their anime's never been normal.
I watched 2 or 3 just because I was like, dude, I'm gonna give this anime stuff a shot because I'm. It's hard for me to get into anime. Like I told you before, I love Avatar, The Last Airbender.
So what would you consider the difference between cartoons and anime?
I mean, it looks like anime to me. It almost has the same style, the same kind of like. It reminded me like because I saw Avatar first, The Last Airbender, and then my son was adamant about me watching Naruto, and it's not Naruto that first. When he's a kid, dude, I can't get into that, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie.
So Aang from The Last Airbender it's almost kind of like that, but not to that extreme. It's not very kiddish. He is a little kid, so you have to kind of remember, but it's not that bad. And he's grown up and all that other stuff. Whereas it just seems like it's just little kids the whole time in the first 3-4 seasons of Naruto.
Yeah, and they do have that Japan style kind of like they do like and like, I get it.
They embarrass themselves and they got that big head. All of a sudden it's the big head with the weird embarrassed. I can't get into that too much.
No, I hear you.
And then the sound effects. Oh.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Even in English, it's still kind of like me. I'm not gonna lie. That's my show, dude. Not the first. Like, I watched it just because
I haven't checked out the other stuff. The other stuff seems interesting. Was that Naruto?
The only one, bro.
Whatever one was after the first one.
No, don't worry about the first one. The one that's pretty decent that I like the most is Shippuden. Shippuden is like when they're older, they master.
So that's the one after the first.
Yeah, that's the one after Naruto. Because then they made like little like Naruto.
They made kind of offshoots or whatever.
You know what I mean? But for me, bro, and even the new one with his son, Naruto Minuto or whatever.
Menudo,
yeah, Menudo, yeah, no, dude, but and I know, like, I don't think we have too many anime fans. Well, who knows, right?
Hey, you never know.
You never know. But for those who they understand, right? If you watch, like, I only watch it because it sucks watching something like when they come out with the new like, all right, so it's Naruto then Shippuden. If you haven't watched Naruto, you won't understand Shippuden.
Just like I get it.
What I mean?
It's all one big ass storyline,
and
it's not really a story, the same storyline, but you have to.
It falls into
to get to know and understand Naruto. You have to watch the beginning of it.
Exactly,
and that's his origin story.
Exactly. And the thing that kind of pisses me off is that there'll be like 2 episodes, right, of 30 minutes where you'll watch the same.
You were telling me about.
Dude, you'll watch the same thing, but it's from different. It's from somebody else's point of view.
Yeah, you were telling me
and
about
it kind of sucks because it's like only 10 minutes of that is really important. Right. And the rest of it is something you already watched.
It's just them walking around in the field.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like,
for 2 episodes?
Yeah, but you get to see it. Why did they start fighting? Because this guy over here was talking shit. So it's like, you didn't know that because if you didn't watch it.
Right. You get a little bit of like insight into the
so it sucks, dude, having like, you can fast forward.
But it's kind of long and drawn out.
Yeah, dude, you know what I mean? So, but it kind of builds up. Right. And some scenes I didn't like because it didn't make sense. Like for one instance, there was this chick holding this chick's hair, and she's kind of like the most. It's 3 of them, and she's kind of like, everybody says she's the useless one, but she ends up being pretty like down the future. But long story short, this chick is holding her hair, and instead of like stabbing her, she cuts her own hair off. And to me, that was like, they do some.
That got just some weird,
some like, dude, like
far off stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways,
well, I mean, that might have meaning in their culture, but weird for us. It's
exactly.
You have to go into the nets and be like, what the hell did all that mean? I'll catch myself doing that with some shows. Like, what did it mean when he
It took yeah, it was kind of like
I don't
a reverb.
understand. Explain this episode to me.
And they kind of explained it. She's like, oh, I gotta cut my, because she's like, it was like a rebirth. I
Right.
get it, right? But it's like you could have literally cut her fucking leg, or
Right.
But it's
No, I get it.
So for me, bro, the best one was Shippuden. That's when they're older. That's when they
Right.
kind of like. That's when the more fighting starts. That's when
Okay.
people actually start dying. And I
Right.
love, like, dude, I love, like, don't get me wrong, I love a good anime character, but I also love when they like not die, but there was one of the characters, and name was Jiraiya, and he was pretty much like the father figure because his dad died saving the village.
Okay.
And it's Kakashi and Jiraiya, and Kakashi and Jiraiya are kind of their father figure to Naruto,
Right.
and one of them dies, dude, and that shit hit. And,
I got you.
and people who know, they know, dude.
Actually, I think I remember my son Paul. Maybe remember
Yeah,
the younger one.
Yeah,
he was
if
telling me
you
about
know,
that
you
one.
know, dude, and that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And I love that shit because it's like, dude, and once in a while, bro, someone
See,
has,
that's how it is with the Last Airbender for me. It's dude, it's
right
the same thing for me.
when you fucking love a character
You
so
connect-
much, dude,
you connect
right?
with it, you
and
know
then
what I
it
mean?
hurts, bro, because
Right,
it was like I
right,
love that they
exactly.
did that, and it's like fuck, I wish they didn't,
right.
but it makes you even deeper, like.
Exactly right.
I
It
don't know
makes
who the character was for-
it blows your mind. It like just kind of like whoa, this shit's deep, bro.
I don't know
On
who
like
it was.
so many levels. I
Right.
can't even begin to explain.
Right, I need a break.
You gotta watch it, bro.
Yeah, bro, exactly. I don't know. I don't know who it was for an Airbender. I think it was probably the old man that he always used to hang out with.
The uncle, not
uncle?
not Aang, but his adversary, the guy, Prince Zuko. He had an uncle. He has an
Okay.
uncle that loves tea. That guy.
I don't. I
Loves tea, but at one point, dude, that's a whole another sad fucking dude. That's another part of the Last Airbender that I loved was his story because it's like he's supposed to be a bad guy, but he's really not a bad guy. He's just looking out for his nephew the whole time, and it's
Right,
just
dude,
like,
and so-
but it's like the whole thing is his background story is like holy shit, dude.
and
That's why he's looking, yeah,
and that's why I kind of say Avatar isn't almost like an anime because it has a story, it has a meaning, it has
right. And the artistry, to me, the artistry is still, for me, it's still the same. It's kind of in that same thing.
Right.
Because I kind of thought that, did you ever watch the Jackie Chan cartoon?
It was a cartoon, right? It was like I
that
remember.
almost seemed like, I thought that was kind of anime for me.
Because
Because the artistry, right?
right. To me, cartoons are like
Boondocks. Boondocks is kind of is anime.
yeah,
to be
Boondocks
honest
is
with
a
you.
funny anime. Because when people ask me cartoons, I think The Simpsons, Family Guy, those are like cartoons.
Exactly. That's
but
like
when you-
adult animation.
right?
That's,
But no, but Boondocks is definitely to me
it's
an
adult
anime.
animation,
Right.
but it's artistry and the way it's written.
Yeah, because it has a
Not
little
just
bit of-
because of the kung fu and the martial arts
Right,
in it, but
right,
it's,
but the
honestly
storyline,
the artistry really too. Because honestly, I think that's kind of a big part of what makes an anime. An anime is the artistry, right?
yeah, no, definitely.
The style of the art of like the drawings and all that other stuff. Right?
Definitely.
Right.
And some of these shows have a really good way of like getting you involved, like getting like you have fairy characters, and then when like they
Right.
die or something happens, you're like, ah,
Exactly
dude,
right.
that's my boy, bro.
Exactly.
You didn't have to do him like that.
So I guess my closest ties to like actual anime is the old OG stuff. I remember seeing Akira.
Akira.
I don't know if you've seen that one.
I think I heard about that one.
Like that. For anybody that grew up in the 90s and remembers watching they used to have paid advertisements for that. You know what paid advertisements are? Like as seen on TV, but sometimes it's like a 30-minute show of trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
Or it could just be a quick 30-second commercial, but it was
Okay.
like shipped out from Japan or China or whatever. Akira, the very first anime
That's a-
movie or whatever,
Akira.
and so that's the only way you would be able to get the movie unless you went out to go rent it. Would be buying it from overseas. It was
Right.
like kind of the first. What eventually morphed into Temu and Wish and all that .com and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it was just
okay.
a commercial for one single thing.
Okay,
that you
okay.
can really get in the
Oh.
States. You would have to order it, and they would ship it to you from Japan or China or wherever they came
Those
from.
are like when it's like late night kind of, and then like all of a sudden there's a
Yeah,
certain
exactly
channel that
right,
sells you like
exactly
jewelry
right,
or like
exactly.
certain things. Like
Right,
call this
and
number.
it would be late night because it was a mature
Yeah.
rated anime.
Yeah, there would be like people trying to sell you stuff. I remember.
Right. But this was like a mature rated anime, so the only way to sell it would be late at night, kind of like
'cause your
around
ass
the
is
same
supposed to be
time
in
as
bed.
of Girls Gone Wild type.
Yeah,
shit,
I
you know what I'm
remember that
saying?
too. Yeah, dude, that shit would be up for like 30 minutes straight.
Yeah,
I'm like, yo,
kind of something like that.
yeah, bro. I'm like, damn, dude, are you gonna show me or what? You
And
know?
then that was my first taste of anime, and then like a decade or two later, it was a Fist of the North Star.
Fifth of the North Star.
It's kind of like One Punch Man.
You know what's funny though? I feel like anime has blown up a little bit more because back in the day, I feel like people were like, "Oh, you're a nerd if you watch anime," or you're kind of
Yeah,
You know?
no, it definitely blew up into
a more like
right.
more
Accepted, more
yeah.
pop, blew up in the pop culture.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what a lot of things like even with music. I know like sometimes you would like my mom used to,
K-pop.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's because like it is what it is. But yeah, dude, for all our people out there and all that stuff, yeah, bro, it's crazy. Because even like for me, bro, like Spider-Man, the show, it's like kind of like a mix of cartoon and kind of like anime in a way, but it's more like
That one too, but it really was an anime because of the artistry.
Right.
Again,
What I mean?
It was more like whatever American anime is.
Exactly.
You know?
That's what it felt like.
Like, so what would you put the Batman series at?
American anime in a way.
American anime too,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Right,
It's just
exactly.
I guess we have our different style. But to
We
me,
do,
it's,
right.
But if it's a storyline, like cartoons, I consider like Family Guy's random, dude. Family
Right.
Guy's random. So to me, that's considered.
That's American anime. That's,
Yeah,
well,
and
no, that's just adult animation.
yeah,
really.
yeah,
Right,
exactly. But they're just so random. You know,
Yeah,
but like,
right.
and they're cool. They're cool to watch, but they're more like just to watch.
I honestly, I don't watch very much McFarlane stuff. I don't.
Yeah,
I used to when I was younger, but
not no more.
I don't know if I just grew it or what, but it just seems very,
just random.
but very the same thing though. It's
Yeah,
always cut off
it's-
scenes and
Yeah, a lot of cutoff scenes. I don't like
right.
that. And
A lot of like back in the day when
Yeah,
they
yeah.
cut off to that scene.
Me, I'm more of a fan of The Simpsons. If I could choose,
See, I
I'm-
stopped watching that too. I stopped watching that after like season number 13 or 14 or whatever like that.
yeah,
I mean, that's probably like
that's because I
early
feel like-
2000s.
Yeah,
like
they start
late 90s actually.
I think what happens is they start to like kind of try to connect with what's going on now.
Well, yeah,
You know what I mean? And the
but have you heard the Simpsons now?
I think Bart's a little bit older or something now, and
I haven't seen it, but
Me
I
neither.
know like Marge sounds.
different.
A lot of the actors they sound way older. Like not just Marge, but Ned Flanders
Oh, Ned Flanders.
sounds very old too.
That's crazy.
And even Homer doesn't sound.
You think it's the same people though? Or
Oh no, it's definitely the same
Oh,
people.
okay, but they
It's
just got
definitely the
them, yeah.
same people. Yeah.
well, I guess
like,
that kind of gives it the more authenticity, like the more authentic. Like, oh, they're getting older, their
Right.
voices sound older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
because I think even the voice of Lisa, she already retired. I think her stuff is all AI.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not sure, but I'm sure I remember seeing. I'm like 65% sure that I remember seeing an article about her retiring, and that was like probably like 5, 6, 7 years ago.
You know what's crazy too is like even for Naruto and like Bart, I didn't know that it was a woman who played their voice.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Like I'm pretty sure for Bart it was a girl. It was and
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. It's
Mhm.
just I just always thought even for the Boondocks, I seen a little documentary clip where the Boondocks, the two guys were played the Riley and
Yeah.
They're
By
they're played by one girl.
Regina Hall.
Yeah, dude,
Regina
that's
King,
crazy.
Regina Hall.
Yeah, and like I said, that's dope. That's dope as hell, dude. But I would never think like they sound cool as hell. They sound like you know what I mean.
Well, first of all, if you notice, Boondock, most of the voices from Boondocks is most of the cast from the Friday movies.
Yeah, the for R.I.P. Witherspoons.
I think it's
the
even
grandpa.
produced by most of the guys, most cast,
I think
and the same production company as. I mean, I think it almost seems like
I don't
it.
think
mean,
I don't.
Witherspoon was in it too.
Yeah, no, Witherspoon was definitely. He was the grandpa from Friday.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if Ice Cube actually had anything to do with it, because I don't even think I've ever seen him in.
No, he was the only one that wasn't.
Right.
But everybody else.
Everybody else was
I
pretty
think
much-
they even kind of referenced that a little bit.
Yeah,
Too.
yeah. No, the Boondocks is definitely another one of my favorites. Funny.
Oh, I love, dude, that's literally has to be my favorite like adult animation. That's not like comedy, adult
Right,
animation
right.
comedy.
Yeah,
Like I
it's-
can go back and watch that. That shit'll never get old for me.
You seen the one where they had
Ever, bro.
the Popeyes, where they did Popeyes, how people were no Popeyes came out with their chicken and everybody was buying it like crack, and and the Boondocks made one about it.
Yeah,
That was
or the
funny,
one with
dude.
the itis.
Oh,
A
yeah,
whole
the-
bunch of ones.
Yeah, bro, dude. Oh man, dude. And I like the one where the teacher's like, this guy's saying the N word here and there. He's like, how's someone gonna bow or fry? Are you gonna give it back? Dude, the Boondocks is a classic, bro. Man, you know, there's just so many.
Yeah.
And you know what's crazy though? A lot of these new shows and a lot of these new, even music, bro, it's kind of like a bite off of the old stuff. And I get it, because I guess,
Yeah.
you know, you even when I heard
Pop culture.
right, when I heard B.I.G.'s Juicy,
Right.
I honestly thought that was an original beat. That was an original, but no, they're like, dude, there's this beat.
It's all it's
This
all
was from
recycled stuff.
so
Yeah,
it's
right.
crazy. So I get it, you know. That's why I get
I mean,
it.
that's how most music is nowadays. It all really depends, but nowadays anymore, I mean, you have samples and loops and all that other stuff.
Right,
that,
right.
That
And I
you can
get it.
manipulate, and a lot of it is royalty free. That you can chop up and screw and make into your own thing, and now it's your thing. You know,
Right. Yeah, no, it is kind of tricky though, because I feel like, okay, as long as you clear it, there should be no issue. But there was this one guy, R.I.P. to, I don't know if you ever heard of Juice WRLD. He blew up-
actually, I was
he-
just thinking about it when we first started our
yeah,
topic
rest in peace
about
to him, dude. He
yeah.
made the song I think that blew him up was like, I hear these voices in my head, and the beginning
Yeah,
is
I
like
remember that, yeah.
the beginning I think is the beat of Linkin Park or somebody like that,
something like that,
something
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
and they came for him. They say, hey, bro, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
No. I mean, Triple X was kind of cool in that sense. I liked a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, I think he had a lot of these, like, you got to be careful, you know what I mean? Like you're right. I would call, like, if I was an artist, I would want to make sure I'm cleared. The last thing I want to do is make a hit song, and that's that song that blew me up, and have to be like, damn, now I might have to take
Well,
it down. Or
I mean, it's crazy to me that like for a while in the late 2000s, early 2010s, it seemed like we had an influx of nothing but like Spotify and SoundCloud artists
yeah,
that were blowing
yeah.
up. Like, and a lot of them have, rest in peace, have passed away, but a lot of them seem like their whole identity was just based off of having schizophrenia and having to take
Xans and
antidepressants,
drugs, and
that was just all they rapped about.
I think
And most of them are passed away or OD'd.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part, bro. And you know, that's the whole thing of like, a lot of people don't see what's behind the scenes. They only see their favorite artists, and they think, damn, they got it all. They got cars, they got women, they got everything you could ask for, you know. But behind the scenes, I feel like everybody's always fighting something that we don't know about. And you know, R.I.P. to Mac Miller, dude. I never really listened to him, but I remember I did listen to his one song, and he pissed me off, bro. I know I'm broke, dude. I know I ain't got shit,
That
dude.
was funny. That was funny.
I forgot what song it was, dude, but
Yeah, that's
we were
funny.
listening to it, and he was like, I ain't got no, he was like, I don't got no car. He's like, no, you don't got no car, something like, I don't know if
Yeah.
you know, but, and I get it, bro, but it's just,
Why you always at the mall, bro? Why you
yeah,
always at the mall, man?
Why you always at the mall, man? You know what I
When
mean?
you broke, man.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, right? Like, I'm not saying you should listen to music that like fits your lifestyle. Like, dude, I'm not a killer, I'm not a drug dealer, but I like
It's
listening
actually a
to.
really cool song, bro, to be honest. It's very chill, though.
No, dude, not for me, dude, not for me, dude.
And
That
you put your differences aside.
Yeah,
I think you really like.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that, dude.
think
It
you
felt like he
like
was
this.
coming at me, bro. He was coming at me, dude. I know he was, right? But no. But
Nah,
you know what I
you're
mean?
good, bro.
But you know, obviously, like, dude, even, I'll throw on some Tupac when I'm washing dishes or something. Doesn't mean, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Vince Staples, man. I mean, since we're talking about Mac Miller and all that stuff, I didn't really even know how close those two were, man. Because I'm really digging a lot of Vince Staples stuff. I mean, I've always when it's come to music, when it's come to gangster rap, I'll admit I've always leaned Crip. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Hey, man,
Snoop.
don't get the
My
studio
boy
shot up, bro.
Snoop. My boy Snoop. I'm not saying I'm either or. I'm just saying no. It's kind of Snoop was Snoop is and always will be the shiz.
The shizness, the
Shiz,
business,
niz.
the seas of all seas.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Nah, even up to this day, he's still got the beats. He's still the thing to live up to. Really, I mean, there's Jay-Z, but I mean, honestly, I really don't think Jay-Z's got shit on Snoop. Now, first of all, you can't even compare the two. It's
No,
two
it's West Coast
two
and-
different eras. It's not even the West Coast or the East Coast things. Because those were two different eras. Jay-Z
Snoop's-
was just
yeah.
past the whole East Coast, West Coast thing.
Yeah, he was.
Really, it's just
The style.
The style, and that's what I was trying to get to is the eras, really, more than anything. But still, I mean, he's still around, and Snoop's still around. He's still throwing it down. I mean, I could see that he's taking a step back from the spotlight a little bit, but I understand he's focusing on fundraisers and stuff like that. But I mean, that's kind of why I kind of segue into Vince Staples. I mean, I didn't really learn about Vince Staples till Odd Future. Wolfgang killed them all. You know what I mean?
Vince Staples was the one with North North? The one
Yeah, North North. Yeah,
that was a
yeah,
good song.
yeah.
That one was a good song.
I like his flow. I like his spirit. But not only that, it reminds me a lot of the whole Long Beach flow.
Right.
Because that's where Snoop's is from. That's how I got into. That's how I kind of get. I've heard his stuff before, but North North kind of got me into it. The show was a really good show. It's really well written. You know.
Yeah.
It's a good show, man. Yeah.
I
just watched it for the third time, both seasons, back to back, dude. I think this last weekend, man.
I stopped when he was at the bank, and the guy's like, "Oh, what's up,
that's
homie?"
a great show.
He's like, "Oh yeah, they're robbing a bank," and he's like, "What's up, homie?"
That's an awesome episode.
He's like, "Oh, what
man.
you doing, not?" That's crazy.
Yo, homie with the flower.
Yeah, yo, homie with the. No, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, "Oh yeah, no, I never." The only song I heard from him is because you put me onto that one song, North North, and that was a good song.
Yeah, it's a good jam,
I did like
bro.
that song.
I mean,
I did like that song.
But he's got a lot of stuff out with the Earl sweatshirts too. Like, I can't even think of the jams right now, but.
My thing,
like it's nothing because it's nothing, bitch. Oh, dude, that's my jams too, dude. That's a good one too. And I forget who else is on there. But Earl sweatshirts is the shit too. That's what I've been getting into lately. Is just that shit. But I mean, he's got a good flow. Vince Staples. I mean, I could see him coming up doing some good shit.
My thing is the whole and I'm not trying to knock them or nothing, but even they did this here in Chicago, dude. So you're gonna like gang banging is you know I'm not into it. I never really, you know, that's not my thing. But I'm pretty sure it's still alive. So when you let someone like Snoop, a Crip, go on stage in front of millions of people and throw up the C and Crip walk, come on, dude, that's gonna create a little something.
Well, look at what happened with the Super Bowl thing.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, but I mean that was his thing though. I mean, how could you have a person up there and not do their signature thing? That's the only reason why you're there, to see them. I mean,
that's true.
I mean,
I
can't see myself watching Snoop Dogg without him throwing up a little this and that, and you know, walking a little funny.
So now what I think is gonna happen is like what I think would probably like behind. They're like, okay, why not let a Blood go up there and throw up his set now?
Okay, why don't you get a couple of hits out?
Yeah, you know,
get a hit selling record. Maybe do your shit for 10 years like he did. For 30, 40 years like he didn't come back. Then we'll talk, dude. You see what I'm coming?
Like imagine you're imagine.
But no, wait. I mean,
but think about it.
Hasn't G Unit performed at?
Not at the 50 Cent performed at the Super Bowl.
See, there you go.
But there you go. He's not a Blood though.
He is a Blood. He is a Blood.
You think so?
Isn't that why him and the Game were beefing?
No, they were beefing over some. I think they
were beefing because they were Blood. They were beefing because they were Blood and Crip, dude. No, but I'm pretty sure.
I think if you talk about Bloods and Crips, that's originally from L.A. I'm not a specialist on this.
Hold on, I have to look.
I think they were beefing for something.
50 Cent of Blood?
No.
He's
not a Blood. You can't see. The thing is, New York kind of, I don't know, right? Like I'm just saying because this is just my opinion.
My bad. Okay.
No, I don't think 50,
I just learned something.
New York kind of adapted the whole Blood thing, kind of.
I mean, I kind of thought that because he was always wearing red bandanas and stuff.
No, that was just their style because the game.
Yeah,
the game was a Blood, but the game was you could. I feel like you could only say you're a Blood if you're in a Crip.
A Blood or Crip
from L.A. From the game was a Blood. From my understanding.
Oh, the game was a Blood.
The game was a Blood from my understanding.
I think I was...
But G Unit was just a bunch of hustlers from like New York. And New York has its own little style and its own little thing, you know what I mean? Compared to like LA. And I'm like I said, don't quote me, don't.
No,
you know?
I mean, I just want to, let's get her.
I think they were just beefing over something else. And I'm not 100% sure what it was.
She don't even say was. It says
game
is a Blood.
Yeah. that's some
was, is, and always will and shall be.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like God. So that's that. But like okay, so like imagine you're in a crew or whatever, and you see the other side. Damn, this guy's on the Super Bowl. What the hell? He's throwing up his set and he's dissing us. So screw that. So
see, that's where you're gonna.
Some people don't grow out of it though.
I know.
You know what I mean? That's the crazy part.
And it's funny because I think I was watching a YouTube video about people not checking in with their hood.
That's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous, dude. They don't make Taylor Swift. They don't make
when they're passing through. When they're passing through on the tour or something. He ain't checking with him.
I understand if you right.
Does he know you?
No, dude.
But he's rapping us. Oh, okay. You don't have your number then. No.
No, then, dude. That's ridiculous. A grown ass man asking another grown ass man to check in. Are you crazy?
Know, they were kind of they were calling Snoop out on that.
That's ridiculous, dude.
And he was like, dude, man, I'm over here helping out my community, helping out these kids.
That should be good enough. Dude,
trying to teach these kids about music and about science and arts and all this stuff. I ain't got no time to be. I don't have time to stop by and check in on you. We're grown ass adults.
Exactly, dude. Dude, they don't make Taylor Swift check in. They don't make Ed Sheeran check in when they go to do these shows.
Exactly.
Why are you gonna make just because what? Like I get it.
Just because they were from the hood and they came up.
That's because you know what they say, a bucket of crabs likes to drag themselves, everybody down.
Yeah, man.
It's like I get it, bro. Some of these people like to go to the hood, like some of these rappers, they like go back to when they blow up. Oh, look at me, I'm in the hood with a Bentley.
Yeah, but look at what happened. I think they were saying, what was it? Not too long ago, something happened with some rappers somewhere.
A lot of
they came out blasting or something, or came out and
it happens to a couple of them, bro, because the ego, bro, it's a lot. Like, yeah, you could try to go back to do good for your neighborhood. You try to go, but there's always gonna be a hater, dude. And the thing is, like, dude, if he's doing what he says he's doing, if he's giving out turkeys or whatever, trying to better the community, why check in? Why do I need to go back to somewhere that
you get him hand up?
Exactly, I get it. That's what made you going through the struggle, being in that
exactly. But that's why he did what he did, was to get out of that.
Exactly,
that's why any rapper does what they do.
Right, and nobody, dude. Honestly,
I mean, except for these kids nowadays anymore, it's like you guys are stupid.
And honestly, dude, once you make it, you're not like I forgot there's a word, but you don't have to give back. It's nice, but you don't.
Yeah, you don't have to. That's for sure.
There's not a law that says, hey, if you make it, you have to give back to your neighborhood. There's not a law that says that. People do it out of the, maybe for whatever they do it, whatever.
Well, I mean, when you lived in that struggle, you don't want, obviously, right? I know. I've thought of the same thing. If I ever was in my means to be able to go back and help out or do my part to help people out, or
right,
like I've told you before, I try to do my part with trying to help out whenever I can, whenever I have the time and I can and have the money and the funds to do it.
Yeah, and like I said, that's just most people, out of the, they know what it's like to go through that struggle, and they, you try to lend a helping hand for the people who are in the position.
Right.
But there's no law that says you have to do that.
Right.
So for grown men to tell another grown man, hey, you got to check in when you come here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? What is that whole... That's ridiculous, dude. That's ridiculous. I can make my own runs I could hire my own security. I don't need your security. Yeah. I don't need your drugs. I don't need your drink, dude. Yeah, I don't need none of that.
And a lot of times, too, is just to get jacked. Really.
Yeah, exactly. And like, it sucks, dude, because RIP to like Nipsey Hussle, dude. He seemed like a good guy, and he made a store and his nice little plaza, because that's where you grow up. I get it. That's where you go to get your snacks. And one day you're like, you know what? When I grow up, I want to take care of everybody. I want to take care of the OGs. I want to
exactly.
And then you try to do that, but there's always some hating ass people, bro.
Yeah.
And then that's what sucks. Look at like RIP to Young Dolph. This guy had a favorite donut shop, or like a where they like how we have Weber's.
Wait, who?
Young Dolph.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, RIP to dude. Some of the they seem.
I just heard about him. I was just watching something about him.
You go back to your favorite spot in the neighborhood, and what happens, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And it sucks.
Right.
Right. And it sucks, dude, because it's like, but that's just.
But I mean, look at Extentation too.
Yeah.
He wasn't even in his neighborhood.
No, he was. And that's the thing, bro. People just hate. People just see you blow up, and they feel like that you owe them something.
Yep.
Oh, you're in my neighborhood. You're in my neighborhood. You're not checking in. You're not putting in money.
Yep.
You're not giving me money. You're not. I don't have to, dude. I don't have to, dude.
Yeah, I'm giving money to your community, bro. What are you doing?
Right, exactly, bro. You know what I mean? And that's why I say
I'm helping out all those people you're keeping down, bro.
Right, but
bring these people up that you keep them down.
Yeah, but everybody to themselves, bro. And it's just everybody's different, and some people are just stuck in that mentality.
Yeah, and, that's sad.
Yeah, and I get it, because growing up, it's easy to especially when you grow up without a father figure. it's easy to be stuck in a certain mentality, like, oh, I'm gonna run with this crew.
Yeah, but the saddest part is a lot of these, some of these dudes grew up with parents, with dads.
And that's
Might not have been their father of the years or whatever, but but they grew up,
Yeah.
So I really don't even think that has anything to do with it. If anything, that's probably why they are the way they are. It's because of their parents. Because of their dad. I'm not gonna lie. It almost seems that way.
No, dude, definitely. I was fortunate enough to have a strict mother and a
Me
loving,
too.
and
A grandmother too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and a tight knit family that looked out for me and try to keep me out of trouble.
Yeah.
And obviously, no matter how hard they try to keep you out of trouble, you're always gonna slip up somewhere and stay where I can see you. And then 5 minutes later, you know,
right.
But it is what it is, man. And it's crazy how things turn out. But I hope
it is what it is.
I hope everybody enjoys the show as much
as
we enjoy doing the show.
Brother. Yep.
I see you do got a little boombox. Hopefully we can hear something later in the Christmas thing.
I'm working on it. I'm definitely
no pressure.
No pressure at all. I've just been in the thought process and brainstorming and stuff. And I think, like I said, I'm just gonna get some royalty free songs and just showcase the pipes, bro.
Definitely. I am thinking of having another beer, trying out a new beer and reviewing that one too. I'll let you guys know about that one.
Yeah, let me know ahead of time.
Yeah, I'll let you know ahead of time.
Get our third co-host in on this.
Definitely, definitely. I don't know if you have any projects yourself that you're working on that you want to let us know about, or
not at the moment. I do have some stuff in the works, but I don't want. I've already kind of got a full caseload, so
right,
whatever.
Oh well.
At some point, if I don't even plug it in, then I'm sure you guys will see it on the YouTube channel.
Definitely.
That's another good thing that we're talking about this. Please hit subscribe. Please hit the like button.
That would definitely help.
If you're on YouTube, it looks like we already got 1K views on
I hope they like the new
total
thumbnail.
of our 10 or 11, whatever, 10 podcast audios and one video.
Right.
No, and we do have a video out there now. And actually, we're going to make the jump ahead to video actually
pretty soon.
Actually, next one I'm planning on it. I wanted to do it this time around, but I didn't want to be taking 30 minutes to set it all up and test it all out and all that. So
that would definitely be
I'm just going to take whatever this week and till whenever our next one is.
Definitely.
And test the microphones out. But I was going to say that's going to be another thing is that we're not going to have to use these things. We're just gonna have to use the body things. I'm thinking let's just keep them for show.
Keep them just for
show.
Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, it feels natural.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's nice to have stuff in between us and stuff like that. It makes it look more professional. I was thinking.
Yeah, sounds good.
And what's gonna be cool about that is that now when we get up, if you need to use the bathroom, make sure you take off your microphone.
You over there hearing the motherfucker taking a shit? God damn. Ripping one over there. No, definitely. That's going to be something we're going to have to get used to.
We don't want to have a naked gun situation.
You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different...
that's another cool thing, though, that we'll be able to get up and walk around and, go get a beer and not have to skip a beat.
Definitely.
But just remember that we will have microphones on our persons, right?
It's going to take some time getting used
to. And then
I'm
actually, there must be traffic like crazy.
Somebody's just holding up the line over there. That guy over there, he probably passed. Hopefully,
a truck.
Hopefully he's not passed out in his car. It's just that one car, but
really,
yeah, it's like
how long has it been out there for?
It seems like a long time, dude. Someone should go check on him.
Oh, ain't gonna be
but
me. I don't need that in my life.
Yeah. No, but we appreciate you guys.
No problems of my own, bro.
Yeah, somebody got to check on me, my boy. Oh no, he's moving. We're good.
Okay,
but yeah, no, dude, we definitely appreciate everybody who tunes in and takes the time to listen to us. And
dude, I feel like I'm coming down with something.
Whoa,
like my nose is all clogged up and stuff.
That's that bullshit.
No, like I'm sorry, and I'm sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
Just please hit the subscribe button.
Definitely helps.
It would help us out a lot. Check us out on all the other platforms. We're on Buzzsprout. If you want to maybe
Spotify.
Help us out with a little bit of contribution, anything helps. Mm-hmm. We at some point might even start doing some extra content just to maybe put up on a paywall or something like that. But we still haven't even decided what's worth. I know we have some stuff that we have been plugging in for a second. I'm not sure if you're still all about doing all that.
A couple of, no, we'll definitely we'll get around to a couple of other things.
Right.
Stepping out.
I figure, let's maybe get a little bit more notoriety. Let's hit 2K on the YouTube.
Oh, definitely.
And
That'd
maybe
be nice.
Maybe 500 on Buzzsprout. And
That'd be
then,
nice, yeah. No,
and then we'll worry about putting up paywalls and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. We just got to keep on pushing through. And any other podcasters out there who listen to us or we listen to them, and we definitely like to hear. We like to listen. We
Hey, I'll tell you what. At some point too, we might even want to look into getting some guests. Any podcasters out there that are nearby, maybe check us out.
I do have
coming through. We're always glad to have people on the show.
Right. I do have a buddy of mine. He is a streamer, and we'll talk about it later just to make sure we're on the same thing.
Yeah.
But maybe just like even a couple of other people. And
if you have people bringing on by, dude.
Yeah, nothing
more
crazy. But nothing crazy. But we still got to figure out here at the A8 studio. We definitely need like a third mic, maybe.
I mean, that's gonna be the cool thing about doing the body mics and all that stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that too. We can.
I might even. Because it's only 2 mics per connection, so I don't know. We'll figure something out for sure.
Definitely. And like I said, anybody you could think of or anything like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it'd be nice if we can get our third co-host on here.
That would be nice.
A little bit more, often. But it's wishful thinking, and we understand. It's no big pressure. That's the awesome thing about having your own podcast is that. Whenever you can, you can. Whenever you can't, sooner or later.
Definitely.
Eventually it'll happen,
Yeah. And because how we do it, we never really get to the point. We drift off into other things. But
shout out to our homegirl, Home Slice.
Yeah, I hope she's doing good.
Yeah, definitely. But hit the like button. Check us out. Listen to a couple of the episodes. Maybe just hit play for 10 seconds. Go on about your day, doesn't matter. Whatever. Any little bit helps.
Show some love.
Yeah, right. Let us know you're out there. Leave a comment. I've been trying to put up polls, questions, quizzes, and all that other stuff. But leave a comment. Any recommendations? Maybe you like the topic, whatever topic we talk about today. I'll tell you what. If you guys leave some really good comments up, maybe we'll read. I promise I'll read them, and I promise we'll put up some good ones. All right.